strawberries.
Strawberries, you got any? I'm awfully hungry. Do you grow strawberries?
No, I actually bought them at Publix.
Oh, that's where I buy them too. Yeah.
But what I did was I put strawberries in boiling water.
What, like a potato?
I just let them sit in the boiling water for 14 seconds.
Oh, 14.
And what the strawberries do is it kills all the mold out of the mold spores. Because berries have mold spores. So, and then after you take them out of the boiling water, you let them sit for a few minutes to air dry.
Yeah.
Put them in the refrigerator, and they last about 4 weeks.
They last what?
About 4 weeks.
Because you boiled them for 14 seconds? How could you figure that out?
I was reading the New York Times actually, and they came up with an article.
And that's a way to preserve something for a long time.
Yeah, and you can do that actually on any kind of on any kind of berries.
Really?
Yes.
I'm learning a lot of stuff here. I'm gonna go to Publix tonight and get me some strawberries. Well, thanks. That is really pretty good idea. I should have thought of this a long time ago, huh?
She taught me something very important.
I know it. What is that?
It's coffee grounds versus eggshells. They're both things that you can put in plants for their
Really?
growth.
Coffee grounds.
And I tested which one was better to use. Coffee grounds gave nitrogen to the plant and acids, and eggshells gave calcium. And I tested for 13 weeks, and coffee grounds ended up better in the end.
Really?
She grew the tomato in coffee grounds.
You did that? I thought you had to grow tomatoes in the dirt. What happened? Coffee grounds? Boy, how did you...
I used coffee grounds and soil, but coffee grounds at the bottom.
Oh.
And this is before I put the soil in. That's just coffee grounds.
Did the tomatoes taste like coffee?
No.
They didn't. Oh man. Boy, those are pretty good tomato plants there. Did they have red tomatoes or black tomatoes?
Red tomatoes.
Oh, red ones. You're lucky. They could have looked like coffee.
It fell through the cracks when I first watered it because rocks at the bottom are just for draining.
That's right.
Wow. Hypothesis. Yeah, that's some big words, aren't they?
Well, you know very well. Now you're going to plant a garden for your mom, right?
Yeah, you got to dig up the backyard. You could get some of her coffee grounds and grow tomatoes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. I like that.
Yeah.
Go to jail at some point, or...
This music? What do you do with music?
I had people sing.
Huh?
I had people sing.
You have people sing? Not me. Wow. So what does this do?
Well, I tested people with the keyboards to see how high or low they can sing.
Uh-huh.
And I just...
How do you measure how high they go?
Well, I
With your ear?
Yeah.
Oh, your ear. Wow. Well, you got to be pretty good to be able to determine a note with just your ear. Man, how'd you learn how to do that?
Well, I'm in band, so...
Oh, you're in the band?
Hardest.
It's what?
It's the hardest. What type of water is the hardest?
Hard water?
Yeah.
Won't that hurt you?
No.
I mean, it's like concrete or what?
No. Like, you know how you know what a pool? Hard water has...
A pool? Like a swimming pool?
Yeah. Oh, you know.
Oh.
No, that's hard water.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, like...
Well, if you jumped in a pool full of hard water, wouldn't you hurt yourself?
No.
Oh, I bet you would.
Ice,
You're telling me they got hard water here. I mean, what is it called? Ice?
No.
That's hard water, isn't it?
Well, we found out that distilled water is hard water.
Uh-huh.
You can tell because the water foams up, and with soft water, it kind of looks like milk.
Oh, that's how you tell?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
How do you get soft water?
soft water, it's not good for drinking. It's good for your chores. But hard water.
It's good for your what?
Chores.
It's good for your chores. Like when you're washing your dishes.
Dishes? I don't wash dishes.
You see how the hard water is? It's kind of like dirty a little bit, and the soft water's kind of clean.
Really?
So why is your research important?
there's 3 types of water, and I want to know which type of water was the hardest. And then I do the experiment, and then I came with the trials, and then I average them, and then like distilled water has the most number of drops, and like hard water, it doesn't matter well with so like I've heard about how much salt makes an egg float in water.
How much salt makes an egg float? I put salt on my eggs. Do you? Don't you put salt? I think everybody does. So you need salt to make an egg float?
Yeah, so it takes 8 teaspoons to get an egg float to 1.5 cups of warm water.
Really?
Yeah, so I would put a teaspoon in and then stir it and then continue until it floats.
Oh, you stir the water or stir the egg?
Stir the water.
Oh, the water. I see. Ah. Well, how did you figure that out? Man, I didn't know you could do that. Is that you?
Yeah.
Really? That's pretty good. And you just regular old salt, huh? Regular salt?
Yeah.
Like out of a salt shaker, eh?
Yeah. Like,
Do you eat the eggs later?
I do.
You don't?
You see her picture? She's very pretty. She's the most pretty
what?
person ever.
See what?
See her picture? Isn't she so pretty?
She is. Very. How'd you get so pretty?
That's my mom that person.
Oh! Well, you guys are a really smart bunch of cookies, you know?
Thank you.
Yeah. You're probably going to be somebody someday. And I can say I knew you guys when you're just little kids.
I'm testing boat shape and speed.
Boat shape and speed. Oh,
And
boy.
I made 4 different shapes of tinfoil boats.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
use these templates to
Yeah?
trace it on tinfoil, and then I cut it out. And
Yeah?
all you do is you put the boat in water,
You put it in water, huh?
and then
How come it doesn't sink?
because it has like a lot of surface area, and it
Oh, really?
it's still floating. It's like if you put a piece of paper on top of water,
Uh-huh.
and what you do is you dip a toothpick in dish soap,
Oh, and dish soap.
and then you dip it in the back of the boat, and it shoots across the water. And,
Wow.
What I did was time the boat
Uh-huh.
and see how long it took till it got to that finish line. So
Really?
Yeah.
You could time that?
yeah.
That's pretty good. Well, so which one goes fastest? The one with a point on it or a square one?
I thought it would be this one that went the fastest, but weirdly that one was the fastest.
That was?
You told her?
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I think it might be because it's more sturdy
Oh.
and it goes straight, and these ones kind of turn sideways.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And
Well, that's...
maybe also because it's heavier.
Oh.
It's more heavier probably, and because it's kind of big.
Well, that's pretty clever how you figured all that out. Boy, you must have studied that a lot, huh? Boy. Well, thanks for showing that to me. That was a poem, wasn't it, or a song?
Oh, yeah, there is.
Starlight, starbright. Boy, who did that? Did you do that?
Yeah, I did.
You did? Well, what is it? Is that the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper?
Yeah.
Really?
That's the North Star right there.
A North Star. Where?
The one that's labeled Polaris.
Oh.
And
Wow.
that's how it is at Cocoa Beach, where you can see a lot more stars.
Yeah?
And then this represents light pollution, where it blocks out the stars.
Oh, pollution?
And
Oh, no.
this is what it's like in Winter Park, because they're not as bright.
Well, how can we get rid of the pollution?
Well, eliminate a lot of outdoor lights,
Outdoor life?
like street lights and headlights and stuff.
Oh, light. Oh, I thought you said life.
Oh, no.
Just light. Light pollution, huh?
Yeah.
That's they have that problem with that Hubble thing?
Well, I'm not really sure about this.
Yeah.
But like when here at Cocoa, there isn't as much light because that was right down on the beachfront.
Ah.
And then here in Winter Park, it's a higher number.
Really?
So
there's a lot more light there because of the street lights.
Wow. So the less light, the better.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, that makes sense. If you want to see that light, you got to get rid of the rest of the lights.
Yeah.
Well, pretty good. Are you as smart as her? What is ocean currents? Do they have currents? An ocean?
Yes.
Really?
And, well, my question is, how do temperatures affect the current's velocity?
Yeah.
My hypothesis was, if the temperature heats the atmosphere, creating wind, the velocity changes.
Really?
And right here, the thymes, the thyme leaves, they represent the currents.
Current.
The oil represents the ocean, and the candle represents the heat source, which is also the sun.
Ah, heat source.
Yes. And when I did this experiment, I found out that the thyme leaves, they would go towards the heat, and they would make a continuous pattern by going down and going back up until the heat source just dies out, and then go up to the surface and just spread out.
Is that right?
Yes. And if this was real, then
What do you do? What do you do with that?
the currents?
Yeah. What do you when you know that? What do you know?
Right?
Well, I'm not really
Does
sure.
it affect the oceans? Maybe a little.
I think so, in the movement of the waves, especially, but I'm not really sure about that.
Oh. Well, that's pretty slick. I think you're onto something. I think you're onto something here. That we might could figure out how the oceans work. That's pretty smart. What did you do? Anything?
For my project, I recreated a doorbell. As you can see, so my hypothesis is that using common household materials or objects, you can create a working doorbell. Like working as in a bell can notify someone of your presence, which, as you can see, this does so.
Really?
So then,
Isn't that a toilet flusher?
yeah.
Well, that's a pretty good use of that.
And then finally, it's not a scientific firm, but it's called a tank cover, but most people,
Appreciate your support. And what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna have our students, except for a few of the chemistry ones, they're gonna take their backboards home and save them, because when we do the final judging, I'll let them know on Tuesday who needs to bring their backboards back, because they're going to go to the county level. But I need all of the logbooks and final reports to go on the boxes that I talked to you students this morning about.